welcome back to this week's episode of Savvy Reads, and it's Women's History Month. Woo! Shout out to all the women out there. This week we are celebrating notable women that you need to know about and their stories. You know what the internet loves almost as much as cat videos? Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Our next Savvy Read is The Notorious RBG. The Life and Times of Ruth Bader Ginsburg is a biography of one of the most important women in the government. Known for her chutzpah, her decent color, and not standing for disrespect, Ginsburg is a legend, and this book is a bit of a love letter to her. The author of this book is actually the person who created the Tumblr that brought RBG internet fame. I thought that was a pretty fun fact. This book draws on intimate interviews with Ginsburg's family, friends, and colleagues. It's really fun. You can get a different look at her, and we highly recommend this book. Our next Savvy Read is the well-argued essay, We Should All Be Feminist by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. This book is adapted from her famous TED Talk of the same name, We Should All Be Feminist. This book expands where her TED Talk physically couldn't. Adichie discovers and discusses what it's like to be a modern-day feminist in present day's world and what she was told growing up and why she was always told to avoid the F word. Pulling from her life experiences, Adichie discusses the topics of sexual politics, gender equality, and what it means to be a woman today. She not only discusses the need for feminism, but the need for feminism for women of color, who are oftentimes left out of feminist discussions and movement and who are very underrepresented in these spaces. This book is a super inspiring read. It's a great book to always refer back to and a great jumping off point for learning about gender politics. Our final Savvy Read for this week is a true story about some pretty incredible women. The Radium Girls, the dark story of America's shining woman by Kate Moore, will take readers back into when the newly discovered radium was the talk of the town. Everyone wanted a radium dial watch. They were glow in the dark, making it so much easier to tell the time. Also, they were super new, shiny, and everyone wanted something new and shiny. This demand created a golden job opportunities in post-World War I America, especially for women. So when the women got all of these jobs at the factory to make these watches, they were said to be the luckiest girls alive, despite having jobs that covered them in glowy radium dust. Only problem was that they started to become ill. In this Savvy Read, Moore goes on to describe the gruesome effects that radium poisoning had on all these women that had to suffer through getting radium poisoning from their factory job. They did all of this while being at the center of one of America's biggest scandals post-World War I. This is one of the main tragedies and scandals that has inspired workers' rights and union rights in factories and workplaces around the U.S. Thank you guys for joining us for this week's episode of Savvy Reads and highlighting and just being thankful for women in history and all that they've done. Say happy Women's History Month to the women and everyone that you work with, because it's really something to celebrate. And thank you, all of you women out there who are part of our Shelf Savvy family. We would not be where we are without you guys. Make sure to keep up with us at shelfsavvy.com for all the books that you need to get from this video and just in general for life, for a deal that you cannot beat. So shelfsavvy.com, and join our party on social media on Instagram and Facebook at Shelf Savvy. See you guys next week. Bye!